jet propulsion. It expels the water it collects under its shell from a hole under its arms. The Nautilus's shell allows it the possibility of camouflaging itself. In this technique, known as counter-shading in camouflage, someone looking down on the Nautilus from above will be unable to see it because of the thick stripes on its surface. Someone looking from below, on the other hand, perceives its light-colored underside as the same color as the surface of the water. It is quite impossible for the Nautilus itself either to know the chemical reaction which produces the gas or to set up the structure to carry out that reaction inside its own body. Neither the Nautilus nor blind chance designed the complex structure within its shell. This incomparably superior design is the work of God, who created all that exists. His attribute of El-Badi, the originator of all creation, is revealed thus in one verse of the Koran. He is the originator of the heavens and the earth. The cuttlefish possesses a very complex eye structure. At this point, it is out of the question for it to miss its prey. The better your eyes see around you, the more you have to conceal yourself. It has 10 limbs, all of which possess muscular sucker discs. It can swim quickly or slowly. It moves by forcing water from a siphon beneath its head. With its hydrodynamic shape, which allows it to progress without encountering water resistance, the cuttlefish is one of the fastest moving sea creatures. Some species are capable of swimming at 33 kilometers an hour. The secret behind such great speed is a network of protein fibers woven through its body. Thanks to the strength and elasticity of these fibers, it is able to pump water very quickly. There is one very important point here which needs careful attention. The working principle of today's jet propulsion engines is exactly the same as that of the cuttlefish. A technique which mankind only began to imitate in the 20th century has been used by the cuttlefish for millions of years. The octopus is an 8-armed hunter. It uses a most interesting method of concealing itself from other animals: camouflage. The cells which make up its skin automatically adapt to its surroundings and replicate, just like a mirror, their color and texture. The octopus's eyes are very sharp. It can identify changes in its surroundings most effectively, and thus changes the color and pattern of its skin in accordance with its surroundings. Its skin is covered in special pigment-containing cells known as chromatophores. These cells in the skin expand or shrink when stimulated by the nervous system, creating color patterns that can be changed instantly. Different cells carry different color pigments, and these allow countless color combinations and patterns to form. The creature most frequently hunted by the octopus is the crab. The octopus expertly defends itself from the crab's powerful pincers, and its teeth are strong enough to break the crab's shell. With its superior features, this hunter, which consists of moving muscles, is a perfect creature which conceals itself in the finest possible way. It is impossible for the octopus to have felt the need to conceal itself from other creatures and then to have installed special color cells in its skin. This splendid camouflage system possessed by the octopus is, without doubt, an example of the flawless creation of the all-knowing God. This is a lionfish. Its aggressive appearance is no bluff. It is a genuinely dangerous animal. The fins on its back contain poisonous spines. These spines protect it in the event of an attack. It also uses its fins to direct its prey in the direction it wishes, pulling the prey into its mouth once it is trapped. The lion's fish attractive appearance attracts its prey and allows it to be caught. Living things survive thanks to their bodies being created to be compatible with the atmospheric pressure around them. We do not realize it, but the air around us creates a pressure of 1 kilogram on every square centimeter of our skin. Our bodies, however, and those of all other living things, have been created to be compatible with that pressure. The oceans consist of a substance even heavier than air: water. Let us now take a dive to see the effects of depth on sea life. As you dive down, the pressure doubles every 10 meters. This pressure is the weight of the water above you. Yet there are living things which are perfectly capable of living in such environments. These are the sea creatures who are created to be compatible with this pressure. Significant sunlight can only penetrate 100 meters down into the ocean freely. Creatures capable of making photosynthesis by using the sun's rays are found at these depths. The coral reefs are just such an area teeming with life. Photosynthesis becomes impossible past 150 meters down. You will encounter no plants there. You will, however, encounter creatures which feed on the wastes from creatures living on the surface, such as sponges. Despite resembling plants, these are actually an organized animal colony. As one dives down to 300 meters, one encounters a constant incline. This is known as the continental shelf. This extends as far as 250 kilometers from the shore. When you follow it, you end up at a depth of 4 kilometers. At such depths, the water temperature falls to below 4 degrees. The water pressure reaches up to 400 times that on the surface. No light reaches these depths from the surface. It is pitch black. At first sight, the appearance is one of a lifeless desert. Yet if you look patiently around, interesting creatures begin to appear. Life continues even at this high pressure. The life systems of these interesting fish have been designed to withstand such enormous pressure. You will be encountering the fish you are about to see for the first time. These are legendary fish which have never appeared on the surface. This is a dragonfish. It is 1 meter long. The pits of its jaw possess a special sensory tissue, thanks to which it can identify the movements of its prey and catch it in the darkness. Thanks to these extraordinary eyes, it can easily identify the location of luminous fish. And the dragonfish continues to live quietly, kilometers down under the surface of the sea. This is a grenadier fish. It is about 50 centimeters long. It travels long distances on the seabed. Its aim is to collect dead fish or waste products sinking down from the surface. In this way, it not only meets its own food needs, but also keeps the ocean floor clean. Sensor pits in its cheeks identify the source of vibrations in the water, and with its large eye it follows dead fish sinking down to the bottom. The Almighty God has created the grenadier fish to live at depths of 3,000 meters. Instead of roaming the ocean floor, the tripod fish prefers to wait in one spot. The pectoral fins of the fish have long tips, and its tail fin extends downwards. This gives it a special appearance, as if it were standing on 3 legs. It spends hours in this position on the seabed, waiting for something to eat to pass by. The tripod fish's tiny eyes are almost completely blind. Behind its head are 2 long antennae, or feelers. It thus perceives the slightest movement in the water in a most sensitive manner. The design of the tripod is the work of an intelligence. The Almighty God has shaped this creature in accordance with its needs. Here is another surprise in the depths of the ocean. The flying octopus Dumbo. It was given the name Dumbo because the fins on either side of its head resemble elephant ears. It floats through the deep like a flying elephant. Yet it is no bigger than a basketball. Thanks to the webbed structure between its tentacles, it soars almost effortlessly through the water. Excellent sight is essential in these dark waters in order to find food and avoid falling prey to others.